All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get started. I would like to introduce the Portland Association of Teachers President, Gwen Sullivan.
Howdy, folks. It's so nice to see you all out here on this beautiful, beautiful Monday. First of all, I have to say, I'm a little nervous. And it's not because I'm talking to a very large group of professional educators and parents. I'm a little nervous because I just wish I was singing for some reason. And maybe by the end of this evening, I might bring up a little tune or two. But first of all, once again, thank you all for coming. There are many, many people here, many parents, many teachers, many other professional educators, and I have many people that I want to make a personal shout out to. While I'm looking around, I noticed that our friends, huge friends, Jobs with Justice has shown up. Very important cause. Thank you so much, and you'll hear from Chris a little later. Also, I hear that Lake Oswego Education Association, I hear there's some Lake Oswego. I saw some folks from Hillsborough EA out here. Also, have the Beaverton Education Association. I guess they were going to have an executive board. Our dear friends over at Park Rose EA, they're in the house. Other close friends, we have Reynolds EA. Thanks for our good friends over in North Clackamas, where I went to school. Education groups are here tonight because this cause is not just us. We are fighting a fight for everyone. And I think our friends most recently in East County have felt that the greatest and understand what solidarity means and looks like. So thank all of you, education associations, for being here, Jobs with Justice. We also have our own Hannah Vandering, OEA president, here tonight. Thank you. Tony Crawford, our OEA vice president, is in the house. Somewhere is Richard Sanders, our executive director of OEA. I saw one of our elected, Deborah Kafori is in the house. And I did receive emails from other representatives, though I have not seen. Oh, I see Jim Francisconi, who is running for, thank you for coming tonight. Good to see you. I've heard other legislators were going to be here, and they certainly may show up later, but I want to thank you guys for showing up. Most important, as educators, I do want to say what's important to us, who I really want to thank, are our parents. This fight is not a fight just for teachers. This fight is for our students and for our families. And so, more than anything, thank all of you for being here. It is greatly appreciated and needed. As we move on to this rally, there's a few things that, a few points I want to think that are pretty important for you to know. One, as a parent, I would say that if you knew that the school district was shelling out near $1 million to private consultants and labor attorneys, instead of putting direct service to kids. As a parent, it hurts my heart. And as an educator, it hurts when you know how many kids could be impacted with a reading specialist or with a counselor. So there's some priorities that are definitely missed in this district. We should all be outraged. I think the other thing to remember, if you've been in this district for a while, you know that sometimes it takes a little bit longer to settle a contract. And we can work on our old contract while we are solving the current issues. But for some reason, our district is creating a false crisis that we have to do this so fast. And the fear is, with this false crisis, that they are going to push us in a place that is not good for kids, not good for educators, not good for families, and certainly not good for anyone in this city. So we have to push back that this is not a crisis. Come and work with us and talk with us and communicate about why things are important in our contract. Keep talking to us. Thank you. Me, I don't like to end on a sour note, but it's really, really hard sometimes. I think one of my members, I remember when I first became president, they said, I remember when you first started, you were so full of joy about, working together with the district to make things better. And you know what? I haven't given up hope, but I'm a little sour. I'm a little reality has come to roost, I'll say. I look at something with this private consultant consulting the board on certain actions. And this person has no ties to our district, has no ties to what decisions are made, and will not affect her at all. She will continue to make the $15,000 a month. And she will continue to get her PERS payments of an additional $10,000 a month. So, let me just, now remember, I don't want to end on a sour note, but think about this. This isn't right. These are not our values. We like to pride ourselves that Portland is different. I would say, yes, we are, but we're not just different, we're better, and we deserve better than this. So thank you. I'm sure somebody is trying to give me the hook right now, but I would like to introduce our next speaker that's coming up, Regina Norris, who's the president of East Multnomah County UNISERV. She is a teacher in Gresham Barlow School District. Regina, come on up.
Oh my gosh, it is great to see so many people here supporting our Portland teachers. They deserve it. As Gwen said, my name is Regina Norris, and I am the co-president-elect and the organizing chair of the Gresham Barlow Education Association. And as you know, the Gresham Barlow Education Association was in the same situation a year and a half ago that Portland teachers are in right now. Teachers felt demoralized. They felt devalued because our school board and administration were trying to remove language from our contract that would make teaching unbearable. We were forced to go on strike, but it was with the help of other unions, the community, parents, students that helped us recover and get a good contract that provided a good foundation for our quality education for our students. We are here in solidarity to fight for the schools Portland students deserve. That's right. The Portland community deserves schools where teachers have the money they need to buy resources for their classrooms to help students become productive members of the community. They don't deserve to have their hard-earned tax dollars spent on high-priced consultants and lawyers. The entire community's future is at stake here. Portland parents deserve schools where teachers have time to prepare and plan the school day so that they can provide the best education for the students. Portland students deserve schools with low class sizes so that teachers have time to spend with each and every student. Teachers deserve to be treated with respect and be valued for the professionals that they are. The PPS school board and administration are neglecting their teachers, and in doing so are neglecting the students of this community. I implore everyone who is here in the next week to talk to 5 people and tell them what is happening and ask them to help the teachers settle a fair contract. I urge you to call or email the PPS board and tell them to return to the table and bargain face to face with the PAT to find solutions that will work for teachers and the students. That is what is going to settle this contract. That's what we found out in Gresham Barlow. If we all work together in solidarity, we will help the Portland teachers win this fight for the schools Portland students deserve. Thank you.
Thank you, Regina. Okay, next up, we have, now Chris, don't get on me. We have our friend Chris Berlazzo. What's the nationality? What's the background? Okay. Italiano. Okay. Chris from Jobs with Justice. Give it up.
Strelazzo, Glenn, come on. Hey everyone. Jobs with Justice is, as we have been for a long time, really proud to stand here with our teachers. We are a coalition of a lot of labor unions, including the PAT, but also a lot of community groups. And that's why I'm here tonight, to say that not only do the other unions in town, but the community stands with you. Also, Gwen didn't mention this, but as of a month ago, I am a proud parent of a public school student at Bridger. And I've been talking to the other parents. They stand with you as well. I think first off, I want to apologize that there aren't more folks from I know there are a lot of people from J here. How many J pledgers are in the house? That's a lot, but tonight, I think actually the school board moved their meeting from last week to tonight, because tonight is our e-board meeting. I'm going to have to take off right after this, but a lot of our folks are at our e-board meeting. But I really think they moved it to tonight because the school board knows how many times we have marched with you into that meeting. How many times we have taken over that meeting with you, with the custodians a few years ago, how much trouble we like to get in with you. We're going to keep doing that. They remember when the school board was elected the Scrooge of the Year a few years ago, and we presented them with the award. They seemed a little confused. But we have the Scrooge of the Year coming up again, and I hear a lot of talk about Yvonne Deckert, and I think, I mean, there's a lot of good candidates out there that deserve this coveted award, but Yvonne Deckert, I don't know. I really think you should nominate her and buy a lot of votes to support Yvonne Decker. We will present her with the award if she wins, so nominate and push for her. The school board also remembers when we packed over 1,000 people into the Benson High School auditorium for the Workers' Rights Board in 2003. It was just a week later after that meeting that y'all got a contract. So we're talking about doing another Workers' Rights Board hearing to support you. I know this is probably supposed to happen later, but because I have to leave in a second, I want to hear you all get loud. Is that okay? What do we do? Stand up, fight back! When our schools are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back! 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 Thank you. Solidarity forever.
Thank you so much, Chris. So I did talk with our friends inside of the house, our police friends, and just lo and behold, they're working without a contract too. Yeah. Anyway, that's about some solidarity. Next up, we have a very, very important guest. One of our, you know what? This is what you want as a parent. You want your kids to grow up and be this kind of kid. So next, I would like to introduce Mr. Ian Jackson. He's a
My name's Ian Jackson. I'm a senior at Cleveland High School, a member of the Portland Student Union, and I support the PAT. Every year I watch as cuts are passed on to our teachers by way of larger class sizes, caseloads, furlough days, and cuts to their PERS. The district treats the people responsible for the education of thousands of Portland students as if they were disposable. They shrug as they propose high school teachers take on 210 students, 60-minute planning periods, and teach 7 classes per day. The effects of these proposals all falling on students. It's with numbers like those that leave me stunned as to why the district hasn't come to an agreement with our teachers. It's absolutely absurd that they believe pushing such detrimental proposals will make education any better in this city. If teachers don't have time to plan curriculum, or even build curriculum, a right the district is trying to take away, then how am I expected to learn that curriculum? And under the district proposed caseload, it would take 30 hours to effectively grade 210 papers. That means checking for conventions, giving proper feedback. That 30 hours amounts to 30 days with the proposed planning period. How am I expected to become a writer if I get my work back a month later? It's these time restraints and takebacks that students and community members must rally around. If the PAT is unable to bargain the student-focused proposal, then teachers and students will be stuck in an educational system that doesn't have time to educate. We can't let this happen. Student groups and community groups must come together and put direct pressure on the district. This pressure can come in many forms, from phone bank days where we call the district and fill board members' answering machines with demands to settle. We can boycott businesses that are part of the Portland Business Alliance. an anti-PAT group that stands firmly behind the district in negotiations. And we can rally. We must make our voices heard at every board meeting and inside every school. The month of November will be filled with actions, from info nights to campus walkouts. Let's bring the whole city together and demand the district preserve public education.
supporting PAT and the quest to get a reasonable contract for the students in Portland. Thank you for being here tonight, but I want all of you to give it up for this team right here that's doing the incredible work bargaining your contract. You know, isn't it sad that the elected school board sits in there and doesn't talk about what matters for students? It takes Ian to come up here and tell us what it takes for quality education. They need to listen. This isn't about money. This is not about money. They could settle this contract. This is about doing the right thing and valuing your voice, the voice of educators, the voice of parents, the voice of our students that need us now more than ever. This is about us standing up now. There is no path to us finding quality public education in Oregon without educators, parents, and students standing together. So I couldn't be prouder of all of you here tonight, the parents that are standing with us. Let's get the job done. Let's get this contract settled.
Thank you. So I'm seeing a few more people. I see Mr. Don Gavitt, who's one of the co-founders of the Upset Group. Thank you for showing up. He's a teacher at Grant High School. We've got Representative Michael Dembro is in the house. I see him back there. Thank you for coming. All right. Next, I have the pleasure, the absolute pleasure, to introduce the bargaining chair, Mr. Bill Wilson. I know I'm not leaving and he's saying things like, give me the mic. But what I have to say is this is a tireless job. You don't even know how much work goes into this. So for Bill, and he'll introduce the team, but I can't say enough about the work that these educators are doing all the time. So shout out to you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. I know after your 9+ hour days with your meetings and all, it's really great to see all the faces out here at our first big event tonight. Thank you for coming. I want to take a few minutes to introduce the bargaining team. It's a volunteer bargaining team made up of professional educators just like yourself. You want to introduce me? My name is Bill Wilson. I'm a chemistry teacher at Grant High School. We have Steve Lancaster. He's a social studies teacher at Lincoln High School. Shalyn Joseph, she's a school psych at a variety of schools. Susan Stone, she's a library media specialist, TOSA. and Shannon Baker. She's a third grade teacher at James John Elementary. So like many of you, I am a teacher. I am a parent of kids of school age in Portland Public. My kids go to Vernon. I have a third and a first grader over there. And my wife is also a teacher. She teaches 7th to 8th grade math at Scott. So I am deeply committed to providing a good, strong education for all of the kids in Portland Public Schools. I want to start out by saying I'm shocked and saddened, having served on the bargaining team since 2006, that the district is taking a minimalist approach to contract negotiations with the teachers union. I want you to know that it seems wrong to put the minimum amount of time to discuss how we can best serve our students, but being a Jefferson Cluster parent, it's not something that's new to me. So, you know, we've wanted to talk about ways to create effective learning environments for students. We want to talk about giving educators a voice in their classroom and their careers, and to treat educators fairly. The district has shut down that process. They don't want to listen. The district's proposal started out with 75 rollbacks. Through a lot of hard work, elbow grease, we've cut it to 51. Okay? There's still a lot of hard work ahead of us. The school board closed the door to the public process and table bargaining, and unilaterally called for mediation. We had our first mediation session last week. We brought multiple proposals on articles. The district offered none. We don't want to go on strike, but the board is forcing the issue. The board thinks that getting aggressive is with teachers is the way to resolve the contract and solve the problems facing us. That's, no. If you agree that these actions don't represent Portland values, we hope you'll join us. Teachers remain committed to working toward a contract that creates the schools that Portland students deserve.
Before we get in on, I'm going to give you some logistics, and we have a few more things to do, but I do want to give a shout out to Kathy Koenig, one of our staff consultants, John Berkey. These guys are working their tails off. We have Marty Pavlik, who's our lead negotiator. He's out of town with his mother, but shout out to Marty. And then there's my family over there. My father, who was a teacher, my sister, my husband, my children, all of you, thank you so much for being here, because this is bigger than us. Couple of logistics. As we go into the board meeting, I am hoping that you stay and you listen to the student testimony. You stay a little bit longer and listen to the public testimony. And then we will go ahead, and Adam's going to give us instructions on what we're going to do as we leave. Now, when we do this, if you have signs that are bigger than an 8.5 by 11, they will not allow those in. So some of you have beautiful signs. We can bring those over to the side, and you can collect them on your way out. Okay, I want to make sure you know that. And then, let's see. Am I forgetting anything? Okay, now, oh yeah. Adam Sanchez, our eloquent speaker, Adam, is going to give us a few little cheers and things to look forward to. Adam, teacher at Madison High School.
Thanks, everyone. So real quickly, two very important announcements. We know that the district at this far has been able to get their message out much better than us. They have a mouthpiece in the Oregonian. They have a 9-page beautiful glossy flyer that they've been sending out to parents. What that means is we need to get our message out, and we're doing that through a PAT solidarity campaign. Tomorrow at 5:30 at the PAT office, we have a meeting for the PAT solidarity campaign. We're bringing together teachers and parents who want to organize to get the message out into the community so they can hear our side, not just the teacher's side, or not just the district side, obviously. These flyers are over there by the PAT table. Please grab one. There's some people passing them around. They're for the meeting tomorrow. And if you're interested in getting on the list, the email sign up for the PAT Solidarity Campaign, sign up on one of these clipboards that a couple people have around the crowd. That said, we are going to go inside very soon, and after Gwen speaks, which again is after the student testimony and after the public comment, then Gwen, our president, is going to speak. And after she speaks, we are going to leave the room united together, chanting something that we want to happen. And it's going to go like this. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Yvonne Deckard's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Yvonne Deckard's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Yvonne Deckard's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Yvonne Deckard's got to go. Beautiful. You sound beautiful. Just so you know, if you don't know who that is, she's getting paid $15,000 a month by our district to head up their bargaining team. All right, let's try one more. This is a really important chant because the district thinks they have all the power. They don't know what kind of power we have, so we're gonna tell them. This is how it goes. I say, who's got the power? And you say, we got the power. I say, what kind of power? And you say, union power. Beautiful. Let's try it. Who's got the power? We got the power. What kind of power?